Do you guys want to learn how to make a dirt cheap Hollywood explosion with zero editing needed that looks a little something like this? Well, my name is Nick Suriano and welcome to Action Movie Hacks, where this series I'm teaching you guys how to make Hollywood effects on a dirt cheap budget in your own backyard. And today is no exception. I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to make a Hollywood explosion with zero editing needed, and all it needs is a $2 trip to the dollar store basically, or you may have the stuff in your house and it's completely free. So without further ado, let's jump right into this episode. All right guys, so jumping right into today's project. It is gonna be so dirt cheap to do and so simple to do as well. This is the shopping list. This is exactly what you need for this project. It should cost you under $3 if you go to a dollar store, or you may already have these items in your house. So this is the shopping list for what you need. Let's jump right into it. First item on the list is gonna be a toilet plunger. I know, super weird, but we're gonna be using it for the wooden dowel that is its handle. So if you have something that mimics that, that'll work just fine. And we're gonna need 2 of those, so make sure you have 2. Next item on the list is flour. No, we're not baking cakes, but this item is going to be one of 2 that are the meat and bones of our explosion. Next is going to be one of my favorite items in filmmaking, and that's baby powder. I absolutely love this stuff, and it is the second thing that makes up our explosion. Last but not least is a towel, or a bed sheet, whatever you have available, but as long as it's some type of fabric. Alright, so constructing this, so easy to do. Lay out your towel, take your nice little plungers that you got, pop these off, throw these suckers away, you don't need it. Add these on both sides. And then all you're gonna do is just roll these up just like this. Bang, that side's done. And that side is done. So now as you guys can see, powder goes in there. Boom! The big thing you're gonna need to pull off this effect is obviously a friend, somebody that can help you do this effect while the subject does something.
You really didn't.
Joe!
What's my cue? What's my
you need to wait till your cue.
What is it?
It's Joe. Obviously you need a friend to help you out with this. So without further ado, Joe. Yeah.
You landed on my face.
All right guys, so obviously this is what Joe's gonna be doing. He's gonna fill it up with powder, bang, and of course, a main thing is we have both baby powder and we have flour. Now depending on what type of substance you use, it's gonna create a different type of explosion. Baby powder is much more light, so it's gonna create this big misty explosion, and flour is a little bit heavier, so it's gonna lay low, but it's also gonna be more dense of a cloud. So I'm gonna show you guys how and what to put inside the baby powder, because obviously it's not just baby powder, it's more than that. So I'm gonna show you what to put inside so you don't hurt your actors. Great thing about this explosion, it is very safe. So if you have an actor running up, they can get hit by the explosion as well and then fall off, and it'll be great. So again, this is very safe, very cheap. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. So main thing that I want to explain is why you're using these poles in here, because if these poles weren't in here, you would pull and it would just pull one side. So if you put these little wooden dowels in here, what that does is it evens out the distribution of the pull, and now you can have one actor pull and open up and you'll create that explosion. Main thing that the actor wants to focus on is pulling it away from himself. So he's not gonna pull it like this, because that's gonna be really messy. You're gonna pull it like this, away, like that, if you wanna cause the explosion. So now I'm gonna show you guys what to put inside of here to get a nice good looking cloud, because obviously you don't want it to just be baby powder. So follow me over here. Obviously we need our baby powder. Right over here is a perfect little mound. So as you guys can see, we got some nice dirt. It's a nice dirt color, and that's what you want. Sand works as well. It depends on what environment you're in. So if you're in a dirt environment, obviously you want it dirt. A lot of grass, you use grass, and you throw it into the effect. So we'll lay this out just like this, get a nice even spread. You can take the cap off. I find it easier to do that. And just add some baby powder in just like that. Now obviously the more baby powder you add, the bigger the explosion is gonna be. So now we're gonna add some dirt. So you wanna find some soft dirt. What's nice is this just rain, so this is very soft. It's not gonna hurt your actors. So I just sprinkle this on, just like this. And this is gonna create a nice cloud, because what happens is the baby powder actually sticks to the dirt. So the dirt's heavier than the baby powder and it gets sent super high. So if you add a little bit of pebbles in there and whatnot, obviously something that's not gonna hurt your actor, that should be fine. If you find sticks, add those in there as well. The more you add, obviously the bigger of an explosion you're gonna have and the better it's gonna look. So I'm just gonna do this for a little test. We're gonna add a little bit more, and then we'll test it out and show you guys exactly what that looks like. So here we go. Just add a little bit more dirt in. This isn't gonna be that big of an explosion, but it'll be decent enough. Now, of course, getting set up for this, you roll these dowels just like this. Bang, roll these up, looking good. Roll this one up just like that. Make sure there's an even distance between. Fold it up, pick up, and just like that. Obviously you're gonna hide behind something, but I'm gonna do it right here. Main thing is expect to get dirty with this because you're gonna get covered in powder by the end of the day, and that's just the price you gotta pay when you're 21 years old and don't have any money to afford a cast and crew and just making this movie thing work by yourself. But the effect works, and in my opinion, it pulls it off very nicely. So now we're gonna throw in some flour. I'll show you guys how that one looks, and then we'll continue from there. You know what they say, a flour a day keeps the VFX away. Setup like before, super simple. Watch how dumb simple this is. Bang. Look at that, explosion's ready to go. No VFX, even though I'm a VFX artist myself. No VFX and special effects, all practical, baby. Main thing about these explosions, all jokes aside, is you can add visual effects to enhance the practical effects. And that, in my opinion, that's what looks the best, is when you take a practical effect and you enhance it with the visual effects. And that just brings everything together and it looks so good. Instead of doing like just a visual effect, if you add practical with it, it looks so much better. So that's something. Let's test out this flour real quick just so you can see what it looks like. Like I said, you're gonna get dirty, but that's filmmaking. That's the filmmaking business, baby. That's the price. Okay, so moving on. All right, guys, just got home, all showered up, and I hope you can tell the difference between the baby powder and the flour. I know it's not that much of a difference, but you can even get a better explosion even if you combine them both together. So if you have baby powder and flour, the flour stays a little bit lower, the baby powder shoots higher, especially if you add little pebbles, it shoots and it adds those streams of rocks coming from it after the explosion settles. Just these little tiny streams that come off that just sell the effect so much better than just having say baby powder or just flour. Now, one main thing that I want to talk about before we get into the actual test footage and I show you guys it in action, I want to talk about safety. It is super important you're not using actual explosives on set, not detonating anything near or close to your actors or on your actors even. This is extremely safe when you're using just the baby powder, and if you're using pebbles, make sure not to fire it in the direction of an actor and make sure to just shoot it in the air and make sure they are not too heavy. Don't use actual rocks, don't use actual debris in your explosions because that could just harm your actor and you don't want that happening. Also, if you're not outdoors and you're doing this inside, make sure everybody's wearing a mask because this stuff floats in the air and I'm 100% sure it's not good to be breathing in baby powder 24/7. That's happened to us before. We've been on set, it's been all in the air and it was disgusting and it was terrible to breathe in. Number one priority, keep your cast and crew safe. So without further ado, let's jump right into this test footage that I shot a while ago for like a World War II style film, and I used this exact explosion with no editing whatsoever, and I hope you guys enjoy. That's it for the first episode of Action Movie Hacks. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, it would mean the world to me if you could like this video and comment down below if you liked it or if you have an idea for the next episode. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell notification icon so you guys get notified as soon as I come out with a video exactly like this one and many others on the channel. If you guys end up doing this effect, please make sure to post it and tag me at Nick_Suriano on Instagram, and also follow me as well because you'll see a bunch of behind the scenes stuff and awesome content coming your way. And if you post it, I'll make sure to like, comment, and post it on my story because I love seeing you guys do the effects that I teach, hopefully. Thanks guys so much. Really appreciate you tuning into this episode, and I'll see you in the next Action Movie Hacks episode. Peace out. And obviously, again, this is very safe, so you can actually explode right on your actors as well. Oh. I like a Jackie Chan movie.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah.